Alright guys, so we still have a window leak. So just let me recap on exactly what the issue is. Now, it is of my opinion that I have a good seal completely around the outside of this window. Otherwise, it would be leaking all the way from the edges, and it's not. The problem that we have is that there's water on the inside of this track. There's water building up, coming in from this corner here. It's building up and coming down the track and overflowing down into the camper, wetting up my curtain and all that good stuff. So, what I thought I was doing smart before I became educated was I figured that it was the seal that was bad. The seal on the window. Okay, this inside window, just this side and that side. So what I did is I took that seal off, and I know the repercussions of this, so don't start screaming as soon as I say this. I took the seal off and put caulking on the side that's closest to the window. Now, that means I won't be able to open that window anymore because now I've caulked the window closed. That's perfectly fine with me right now. So we had another torrential downpour today, and the result was that it was still leaking. After further evaluation, I noticed that it was leaking in this track, and the same thing, but it was coming from this side over here. Now, let me educate you something about camper windows. You see this huge window here? Doesn't matter, we'll just pick this window. See this window here? You see these holes right here that have been dug out because they were currently sealed by me? These are called weep holes. Now, I did not know that these were called weep holes. The job of these holes is to basically divert the water that gets in behind the window. It gets in this little track in here, and basically water gets in there and comes out of these weep holes. And as you can see right here, as it's leaking, it's actually working. You see it here, and you see it here, and you see it a little bit here. Now, I didn't know that. So when I was fixing what I thought was to fix to that front window, I figured, hell, there's holes in these windows, and that's part of my problem. So I need to seal up these holes. So I caulked all these fucking holes. Then I got smart and decided to go ahead and take a look and see what might have been the problem, what those are called. And like I said, they're called weep holes. They have a job. So I went back and uncaulked all those holes and thought I was good, but I was not. Now, from what I can see from the inside, I can see daylight in the corner here. So that either means I'm not caulked in this corner correctly, or I need to caulk the inside. Now, here's the other thing too. I think I know the reason why this window is leaking. If you look up here, you see the weep holes up top, and there's no weep holes in the bottom. I think that's the problem. I think the weep holes should be at the bottom and not at the top. So when we were replacing this window after rebuilding the front end, the window got put in upside down. So that might be part of my leak issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to further caulk it. And yes, I know that I should fix the problem and not patch it, but this is an 85 Komfort LITE, and it has seen better days, I am quite sure. And there is no way in the world right now that I'm going to be able to fix the problem immediately. So I'm going to have to patch it until I can fix it later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to caulk the shit out of this corner. And I may go ahead and just caulk, I'm going to caulk the shit out of this corner. I may just go ahead and caulk all down here and up in here, just to make sure that there's no leaks in here, okay? And I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side to make sure that there's no leaks. Then I'm going to go inside and I'm going to caulk the living shit out of this corner on the inside, because that's where the water's coming in at. Hopefully that solves the problem. We will know the next time that I have a leak. So let me go grab the caulk and do that, and I'll be right back with you guys. Now, what I've done is I've caulked that corner, because this is the corner, this is the culprit that it was coming in at, okay? So I've attempted to caulk that corner on the inside as best as possible to keep the water from coming out. And then I'm going to come over here, because I've already done, and I've caulked that side there too. Now, if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to go on another step, but that is the best I can do right now. I don't have the manpower to take this window out, turn it around and reseal it correctly. I'd have to take this mattress out to get those bottom screws in correctly, and I don't have the manpower to help me do that. So I have to do what's best for me right now, and right now is patching the problem like I'm going to be doing with a lot of this freaking camper. So let me go on the outside and patch those two corners pretty well, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, just as I suspected, if you look right here, and I don't know if you guys can actually see it, let me see if I can focus on it there. There's a hole right there that is not covered by what I caulked. So what's happening is water's coming down, and it's coming down, getting in that hole, into that track, and flooding that track out. There's also a hole right here, as you can see, right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal from right here down into that hole. I'm going to seal this opening right here, and I'm going to seal out a little bit on here. So I pretty much believe the seal in this side over here is pretty good. I just need to make sure that this is sealed and caulked off pretty good. And if that's done correctly, technically guys, we should be good to go as far as no more leaks. Hope so anyway. So let me go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so that's exactly what I've done. I've sealed the hole there. There was a little where the actual kind of like the situation up here, where it just kind of came up a little bit, so I kind of seal that, and I probably need to seal that top corner too, just to make sure water doesn't seep down in there. But what I've done is I've gone ahead and sealed that corner, and I'm going to seal this outside here just to make sure water doesn't get back in there. But I've basically sealed all the way down, and there was a little portion here that was kind of open, so I just kind of went up and kind of sealed that. And I did the exact same thing in the corner over here, as you can see, and then just seal that corner up to right there. So hopefully, and as you can see on the inside, I've caulked that corner, and I've caulked that corner on the inside too. So that's where my issues are coming from. So hopefully I won't have those issues anymore, and I'll have a problem solved. We will know the next time it rains, and I will be letting y'all guys know. Acers, what do you think about that, Bubba?
I think you did a good job, Daddy. But could you get this fucking leash off my leg?
Come here, Bubba.
Come here. There you go. Yes, you're a good boy. Say bye-bye to the people, Acers. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, excuse me, got an itch on my back leg. Love you, Bubba. Acers out.
It's your boy.